What's going on, TCK? We want to welcome you guys to today's news broadcast. We do apologize for the inconvenience. There we go. Brought you guys behind the desk sneak preview, if you will. So today we want to go ahead and give a little shout out to everyone that showed up. Shahufa, how you doing today? And also we do have Arrow Rock, we have Rue, and we also have Jimmy Kudo. Thank you guys for being present today at today's newscast. It's always a pleasure to see you. Give me 1 second here. Okay, so today we're going to go ahead and wave past a few tables. We want to thank everyone who's a member of TCK. It's been a very long year, and believe it or not, we've made it to the end of it. Next week, we will have the results of our electoral staff, in which case we would know exactly who's the next president of the True Combat King family. So there's a lot going on that you guys can look forward to. Okay, so first thing first, let's go ahead and take a little look around right quick here. So on the Cubs and Knight table, once again, this table will be waived. Green Shield table, once again, will be waived. Member table, once again, will be waived. Commander table, once again, we're going to waive that as well. And we're just going to go ahead and skip over the general table today as well. Before we do skip over the general table, just do note that right now we have a very important family who can use as much help as possible during the holiday season. And we would really appreciate you guys just swinging by the website, checking out help for the holidays. Now, with that being said, we also have a new Silver Crown paid member of the family. This individual needs to get back in touch with us. We're still reaching out to them by mail. The same individual has donated $20 to the Isom family. With that being said, TCK is matching that $20 and we now have $40 for them. Ray187, aka myself, I have personally dedicated $100 of my own personal funding to this family. TCK has matched that $100 as well. So far, we have raised $240 for this family. So thank you guys for all your help. Thank you guys for who's chipping in, and we really appreciate it. All right, so without further ado, if you're here and you guys want to talk, say aye. Just nod your head, say something. Anyone? Any one of you guys? Hey, how you doing there?
Hola.
Hola. All right. So we're going to go ahead and get into the results for the presidential election thus far. Give us about 2 seconds right quick to pull those up here. All right. So the ballot box has been open for just about 2 weeks now. In this time, we have had over 4,270 votes. I mean, that's pretty impressive. I mean, how do you guys feel about those numbers?
Sounds really good.
It
It's a
really
lot.
does. Yes, it is. Now, the catch about it is inside of these numbers, the statistics can be found for who's currently winning the presidential election. Now, once again, these are only statistical figures up to this point. This is not guaranteed the presidential election. A lot can change over the next 7 days, believe me. So as of right now, this may surprise you guys, but Gameaholic is actually winning the ballot, but not by much at all. Gameaholic has 51%, Empty Bic has 49%. So we pretty much are taking out any votes for Yar Yar right now at this point in time. Yar Yar does technically have like about 2% of the polls, but if we were just to scratch Yar Yar off, then we're looking at 51% favorable of Gameaholic, 49% favorable of Bic. How do you guys feel about this so far? Would you get your ass up? No, no doing meth underneath the table. Stop it.
Wrong button.
So how do you guys feel about the results so far for your presidential staff?
Game for Prez.
All right, game for president. Got that.
Game for Prez.
Well, just know, you guys, if you are voting game, then it's not certain yet that he's your president. So you guys may want to keep casting those votes. With that being said, Arrow Rock and Rue, this is a question for the both of you guys. I mean, I know that a lot is riding on the next president as far as both of your guys' seats are concerned. Um, I don't know. I mean, some would say that one of you guys should be voting for an empty big. Some would say that one of you guys should be voting for Gameaholic. Some would say that both of you guys should be voting for Yar Yar. But what do you have to say, Rue? I'm speaking on behalf of the Cubs as a person that's actually here today.
Yeah.
All right, fascinating. Okay, now here's another very funny ballot we're going to move on to. Let's go ahead and talk about the vice presidential staff seat for next year. Last week, Dan was leading the hell out of this race. But then this week, Gameaholic came back in, and he's actually tying up for it pretty quickly here. As it stands of right now, we're looking at, once again, a 49 and 51% split. The difference is this time, Gameaholic is in favor, and Dan is right beneath. So, I mean, who's here is voting for Dan? Who's voting for Game? I mean, I don't really want to put your guys' political standpoints out there, but, you know, there's definitely got to be some neutral ground for who's voting for who.
Well, I mean,
Dan for vice.
yeah, that.
Okay. All right. So, with that being said, you guys, as I said, the ballot is very close right now. This is the closest race yet. We have successfully had over 4,270 polls. That's impressive, you guys. This has definitely been the year that TCK has demonstrated that we care more about our leadership than ever before. I mean, as a black shoulder, I can honestly tell you it's my pleasure to oversee the ballot, and I'm just impressed with this year's results to see how many people are actually dedicating their time to make sure that the family understands their point of view and how they want to see the family being ran. So, with that being said, we just want to thank everyone for tuning in, and we want to thank you guys for taking the time to put in your ballots. Does anyone here have anything they want to say before you end today's show?
Nah.
Shahufa, just one thing. For the weekly Silver Crown meetings, I'd like to try and come up with some sort of almost like curriculum, like the Bronze Crowns meetings have, the training classes. I'd like
Okay.
try and come up with some sort of set of topics that should be like the Bronze Crowns. They cover this. What do the Silver Crowns cover in their meetings?
Well, I'm glad you actually brought that up. We can kind of count that as a closing tidbit today. Shahufa, you have been here for a very long time, in which case the family is very proud of you. At this point in time, I want to use you as a perfect educational tidbit, if you will, kind of a pointing glaze for the future commanders. So right now, you just came up with a really solid idea for the Silver Crown commanders. Now,
Thank you.
I want to thank you once again for bringing it up at the Saturday meeting, but to kind of demonstrate the future government of TCK, a personal idea of that caliber, out of all of the presidential staff members, who do you think would be the best person to bring it up with on a one-on-one basis?
Well, probably with Bick at this time, or
No,
my da with Dan at the my white shielder with Dan.
correct. Now the point
Yeah,
I'm
I know, but I would
no,
have, but he's not here.
I know, and as I said, that's the only reason why I want to kind of bring that up as an
Right.
educational tidbit. Um, I do totally appreciate you having a level of interest in what your immediate commander has on his plate and exactly what you can expect from him. But
Hmm.
I personally will not be the best guy to answer
Okay.
or bring any kind of resolution to that topic. However, I can go back and speak to Dan on a presidential level and kind of get some answers, in which case he'll probably just get back to you directly. But
Yep.
I do feel that if you was to bring that up to Dan on a one-on-one basis, that is just going to strengthen your position for the future because it's going to show that you're taking interest and most importantly, you're reaching out to the appropriate person in the chain of command. Now, as you said, we do understand that Dan is simply just not here and you just wanted to get that off your chest. Understand on a personal basis, it's a wonderful topic and a wonderful idea, and I truly do think it should be addressed. Just I would love to see
All
you
right.
personally handle this one, and I really don't think that um we really have the authority to answer that in this table here.
Right
Does that
on.
satisfy you today?
That's fine.
Excellent. So does anyone else here have any questions, comments, or concerns? This is technically a meeting. I gotta remember that. Okay, now just for everyone else at home, I'm just gonna do you a favor. Rue, you are aware that no one here knows what time it is in UCT or whatever you just said, right?
Oh, I'm
Ah, son
sorry.
of a bitch.
I was putting my thing down
That
and
must have
it
hurt.
hit the button.
So what time is it now in UCT?
All right, so it's
Okay,
five
so
5 hours. 5 hours
yeah,
ahead of me.
it's 6 o'clock now,
S-
so that's at 11 o'clock Mountain Time. We'll say 9 o'clock East or 9 o'clock. All right, so it's 11 o'clock. Okay, 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I'm gonna say it's about 12 o'clock Central Time, 11 o'clock Mountain Time, and 9 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. Yeah, TCK time clocks. UTC, and we're learning about it. All right. Is there anyone else have anything to say? Don't forget Wednesday tech class, um, 11 o'clock Mountain Standard Time, 11 a.m., 6 p.m. UTC. Monday and Fridays at 11 o'clock
Monday, Monday,
a.m.
Monday.
and 6 p.m. You know what? You're confusing me, Rue. Can you just give me a. I love you, Rue. I love you. All right. So, you guys, Monday, Wednesday, mornings or evening, depending on where you. This is confusing. Monday or Wednesday mornings, just be on at about 8 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 1 o'clock, wherever you're at. Somewhere in this communication, we gave you the right time zone. Hopefully, you paid attention. All right. So, is there any other question, comments, or concerns? Going once, going twice. During the final time, nothing else. Excellent. Well, with no further question, comments, or concerns, I want to go ahead and thank everyone for tuning in today. We hope you guys have a wonderful festive holiday season to come, and we look forward to seeing all you guys on the battlefield. Don't forget, if you don't vote and the other guy decides to swing in 1,000 votes, well, I don't want to hear no mess. You had a fair chance to get your president, your vice president, and see the family ran the way you want it to be. So this is your time to act. If you need help getting there, the website is truecombatkings.com. On the top of the page, you'll go to Member Zones. On the left-hand side of Member Zones, you'll click on Ballot Box. It takes an average of 20 seconds. That's all. You guys have a wonderful day, and thanks for tuning in. This meeting's officially adjourned. All right.
Yarp.
Okay, I do have to get running. I'm sorry.